continuation and sequel of the 2010 horror game Amnesia: The Dark Descent puts us in the role of Oswald Mandus. The game itself is set at the beginning of the 20th century in London. The game was co-developed by both Frictional Games, the original Amnesia and Penumbra game developer, and Chinese Room, who are known for their successful story-centered game Dear Esther, which is currently available on Steam. Having joined forces, do these two developers make the game worthy to be mentioned in the horror genre? Does A Machine for Pigs have what it takes to be a worthy successor of The Dark Descent? Find out here in my impression review. Hello everyone, my name is Lauren. Well, not really Lauren, but that's not the point. We're here to discuss a video game, namely Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. As was said before, the game is set in 20th century industrial London, where you take on the role of Oswald Mandus, who was a local butcher in the past but is currently an industrial magnate. Mandus is set on a quest to find his lost children in his dark mansion. Quickly enough, the mansion reveals itself to be his actual factory, and the game gradually trades its classic look for a steampunk-like environment. How about we start with the oh no. You like this one? It's at the contamination chamber. But is the environment actually on par with the one of the first game? With its dark atmosphere as well as the excellent audio used in the game, the environment at some points can give you a certain feeling of xenophobia, one that blocks you from going further. And this is not a game that relies solely on jump scares to scare you. It does its job as a horror title excellently, by scaring you psychologically above anything else, causing you to regret the simplest choice, while in fact, nothing terrible happens at all. Yep, time to hide. The story. I already discussed it partially, as our protagonist is a magnet. Unlike in the first title, your task in A Machine for Pigs seems to be much clearer. Something horrible happened to your children, and you have to find out what. In both games you start out with a blank slate, so to speak, but the past reveals itself much more rapidly in this game than in The Dark Descent. While you might think that having no foreknowledge at all might suit the horror genre best, the background you get in A Machine for Pigs actually gives you some comfort. A comfort that you cannot afford, therefore making the game scarier by itself. Oh uh-oh. Dude? It would be a good time to fuel it faster. Gameplay. According to me, one of the most important features in horror games is the means of progress. The Dark Descent was swarming with puzzles, riddles, and sometimes even moments where you had to sneak around. While the sequel does have puzzles, they are usually the basic kind. It should also be noted that we lack both inventory, health meter, as well as the most interesting concept added in the Amnesia series, the sanity meter. The lack of these gameplay aspects could indicate a simplification of the game, rendering it more playable for a casual audience. But this actually is no casual game by any stretch. A strong mind and nerves of steel are still needed, and even if lackluster in the gameplay aspect, the excellent storytelling will compel the player to keep on playing, through eventual breaks, but you will want to keep going on. Oh, good! Oh man, crap. Did I skip anything there? Can I go there? I can, but should I? Let's just proceed. The monster. This part contains slight spoilers about the monster's appearance. If you want to skip it, you can by pressing the annotation that will take you to the conclusion of the review. Spoiler starts now. It is pretty clear from the cover of the game, the artwork, the audio files, the setting and the trailer that we would deal with some sort of pig monster. The way the monster first presents itself to us is done in an excellent way. Your lantern starts flickering, the earth can shake sometimes, and let's not forget that horrifying squeal. But unlike in The Dark Descent, where the monster was a periodic presence you simply had to hide from, in this one there is a simple alternative: sprint. Not only is our pig monster unagile, he's also slow and actually not dangerous at all. Under many circumstances I could pass straight through him without him doing as much as a scratch. In the final acts of the game, the monster does get some enhancements, but he still doesn't feel as threatening as any of the 4 different monsters which were present in the first title. A Machine for Pigs certainly doesn't instill as much terror in that regard, sadly. Oh shh. Oh shh. Oh shit, 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 shit. There he is. Hey, he doesn't even look that ugly. He's a little piggy. Hey, piggy man. Okay, so that's the piggy music, I guess. Hi. Bye. Run, my friend. Run. The conclusion. A Machine for Pigs is far from being the perfect game, neither it is as horrifying as its predecessor. The lack of gameplay aspects, as well as the easy, rather linear path you find yourself in, won't prove much of a challenge in a physical way. The unknown will keep you going further though, so there it makes no mistake. While The Dark Descent might have been the better of the two, A Machine for Pigs still succeeds where many other games of the same genre fail, affecting your mind more than your heart. Its excellent storytelling, environment and dark atmosphere will keep you going and make sure you enjoy this style thoroughly. So do I recommend it? In short, yes. To clarify though, this game is for you if you love horror, but this game is also for you if you hate horror. There's nothing better than scaring yourself with the unreal and laughing at it once it's all over. This game, however, is certainly not for you if you want puzzles, riddles, moments of sneakiness. A Machine for Pigs sadly just doesn't have those. The game is beautiful, dark and gritty. One of the best this year for sure, but if Frictional and Chinese Room are to develop more games in the future, the suggestion is that the game should find a good balance between story and gameplay, so that both can shine equally. A line of progression without difficulties and without any interaction from the player is not a game, that's a movie, but a charming movie nonetheless.